What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today, a little bit of different video. I just wanted to show you shortly what I've been doing with my game, as I've been making a lot of tutorials lately. It was also the time to implement. Before in the game, I had two different modes, a kids mode and a adult mode. And if you go into the kids mode, this was pretty much it. At this point, you see that the text box pops up below. I couldn't trigger it myself. It won't go away. I can still move the character. And this was also the same for adult mode, just the platforming was a little bit more difficult. Picking up snails here is still, yeah, it's not really exciting. So I wanted to, also the main menu, it's all not really, yeah, it's still a bit small. So after making all the different tutorials, I of course also learned a lot of things and I implemented them, and then the result was something like this. And in this result, you can see I've implemented the hearts, even though there's still like a white circle. So I will optimize this a little bit. I moved the score to the right side, and I've added a magic bar as well, which correlates with my dash effect, and my character can also shoot now. And to talk with a character, I can also now just press E. My character won't move. This box has to move a little bit more up. I had another update. It's on itch.io where it's actually in the right place. But here. And the menu box is also a little bit bigger now. And I added a lot of effects. Also the background, I had this effect. I played a lot around with the particle effect system, and every time I shoot, the energy goes away. And if I do a dash, I also get a particle effect. And also this menu will disappear for 2.5 seconds, and then it shows me that it's not able. I added, of course, here the spikes. And when I'm in this area, I will actually charge my bar up. Of course, can optimize the graphics here a little bit. I did it in the past 2 days, just quickly. The snails you see here also have hearts, and once I hit them, whoops, they will fall down, and they have also a little effect, and they actually drop off, just like in Mario games, and this correlates that with the score. I also made characters spawn like that. I think also pretty cool effect, using also a trigger, and I trigger then a particle effect as well as the enemies. I want to work a little bit more on the enemy AI. Currently they just walk from right to left, but in later levels, of course, I want also enemies to shoot at me and do other things. Of course, I also added the respawn here with Playmaker. Before I had it in a script. Also the camera movement is still off in this version. On itch.io this is already fixed. I'm also a little bit more zoomed out. Let me actually just open itch.io. It might be more interesting to see it there, because you can also just play it on itch.io. And also the menu box doesn't have an exit here, just the main menu box. And let's do it once more here on itch.io. So on itch.io I'm a little bit more zoomed out, which gives you a little bit better overview. Whoops. Press exit to exit full screen. That's of course great, because that's also the menu box. I didn't think of that. itch.io, see, you always find new things, but here the menu box is a little bit bigger. I like it that way. And here, if I drop down, the camera won't mess around. Yeah, so what I'm gonna try and do is, of course, make a couple tutorials as well. Also, next step for my game is that for the kids mode, I want to actually make a voiceover, because obviously even my daughter she doesn't go here and gonna press E and I'm gonna read this stuff. As you can see here, this box is in the right place. Yeah. So just to give you a short preview, how would this look in actually Playmaker. So on Emily, I did a lot on this is the player. Let's go there. So I have now Serval. This is the health system, which you know. I've got an energy charger, which always checks how much energy there is. And then it charges when I'm in the energy charger, which you saw earlier in the movie. I've got the dash setup. And the dash is actually also currently in my player controller. And what I did, I made a Playmaker around it to check if I have the energy to dash or not. And if I have energy dash, then I would set the properties that he can actually or she can actually dash. And then of course also reduce the energy level. Also, this is a very handy tool, create object advanced. You should definitely look into that for your game. Yes, what else did I make? Yes, this is a general energy level. So I start 100, which is the bar. And I made an easy slide bar here. And let's go have a look at it. There it is. And considering then the effect here, I can set the float value, and this one I update the slider value. And then if I have an orb, which I shoot an orb, it will be reduced. If I do a dash, it will be reduced. And if I charge energy, it will add, let's say, 2 points per second. So you get this nice effect that it charges up. I want to add there also some sound. That's really nice. And I also put the get damage on top of the character with the bounce effect. Before I had it on the enemy, I found out it works a little bit better here due to prefabs. If my enemies are prefabs, if I spawn them in, usually you cannot have objects related to a scene in the prefab. So that's why I put the damage system on top of the player next to the health system. Then I got a shoot orb. So I got a shoot orb system, which has like 2. I didn't find a better way, but currently I just check if I'm watching right or left. And that way I set the speed or the direction for the orb, how hard it shoots with 300 or 150 or minus to the left. Yes, I will find a better way there soon. And here I also just shoot, and then the energy goes down. And once there's no energy, it's waiting for energy. So those are, let's say, the different things next to all the stuff which I showed in other tutorials, which I implemented. What I did for the level design, I made it overall much darker. I added a global volume with some different setups, and it has an overall darker feel. I want to add perhaps some more lightning, a little bit more particle effects to polish it further. But yeah, that's what I did in the last 2 days. Good, my family's back, so catch you all next time. Cheers.